Y'all help me welcome the incredible Senior National Sales Director, Joseph Ward. Let's go.
Let's go, Coach. Let's go, Coach.
All right. Hey, thanks so much, Jason. Listen, I'm excited to spend some time with you guys this morning to kind of just kind of state the obvious, right? But it's always really good to just get another perspective on the game plan and the thought process of what really needs to happen. We've over the years, since we became a $1 million earner, we have always just kind of offered up our own thoughts or services or whatever the case may be to what we really consider to be our friends in Primerica, people that we grew up in this business with, the ones that we personally would really want to get behind in any way that we possibly could, just to help along in that particular journey. And so we're just going to kind of spend a little time together just talking about what this is all about here. I think everybody understands we're in the fourth quarter, but we're in the fourth quarter of a game we've not won yet. Right? We're in the fourth quarter of a game we've not won yet. We're in the fourth quarter of a game we're not up. Right? We're in the fourth quarter of a game we can win, but by no means is it that we can't win. But I think this is just kind of one of those conversations that I think we need to have in the locker room. We're just calling a quick timeout. Like, you do understand the championship is on the line, right? Like, this isn't a regular game. Like Ed, I'm a devout North Carolina Tar Heels fan. I've been a North Carolina Tar Heels fan since I was about 11 years old. And I watched my Tar Heels go into halftime with a 16-point lead on Kansas. Oh, I'm calling all my friends. I'm texting all my buddies that are Duke fans. We got another banner. We got the job done. Yes, and I do use the word we. I know in Primerica we teach that we should be, supporting the Primerica team, and that's the only team that we should have loyalty to. But when it comes to the Tar Heels, I use the word we. And I watched the Tar Heels take a 16-point lead into half and lose the game. But not only did they lose the game, they lost the national championship. And so here we are, Ortiz organization. You're not up by 16. You're probably down by 7 or 8. And we playing for the national championship. And I think that everybody understands there's not a lot of time left in the game. I think everybody understands that. We're starting off by stating the obvious. We're talking about the elephant in the room. We got to get this done in the next 6 weeks. That's what we got to do. Now, let me tell you why, because you got some new people on. I just got licensed 2 weeks ago. I just went district. What are we talking about here? Aren't those people rich? Absolutely. But the bottom line is this is a career accomplishment that has a window to it. And a lot of people don't understand the window. People are just kind of like, they make some more money, they go over $1 million eventually. Not true. See, if it was about that, then they were probably taxed on close to $1 million last year, if not already taxed on it, right? I'd have to ask Yvonne about that. Ed doesn't know about these things. So they probably got taxed on $1 million last year, right? It don't work like that in Primerica. In Primerica, I'm only talking to the new people right now that have no clue, but we're gonna need them. So the bottom line is Primerica does something called a rolling 12 months. They don't understand this. And a rolling 12 months says it's not about making $1 million. They've already done that. What it's about is you got to do it in a time frame. You got to do it in a window. So it goes from like January to January, or February to February, or March to March, April to April. It's got to be within 12 months. What that means is, and this is important for y'all to understand, what that means is your best months from last year are your worst enemy today, this year. And what I'm trying to make clear as to the reason why we need to get this done in the next 6 weeks is we got some great months coming that we don't want to fight with. We don't want to fight the months. We don't want to fight. We don't want to fight. Do y'all remember y'all was going for SNS and all these stuff? We don't want to fight them months. Them some bad months. Them months had some muscles. We don't want it. They had knives and guns, and there was some bad months. They coming though. They coming in June. They coming in July. They coming in August. And Ed will tell you, Yvonne will tell you, we've watched our predecessors at this same juncture. Yvonne will probably remember it took Bill Whittle almost 2 years to go over $1 million. Historically, y'all don't understand that. What you mean? He kept going 900, 940, 950, back to 900, 930, 2 years of this. I watched John Lavin do it for about 1.5 years, Ed. John Lavin, 910, 920, 930, 940. Now, let me just help you with something. You don't have to be Jason and Eric to care about these two people, that this is not what you want them going through over the next year. Because what they're not, and again, what you have is that I always say this, is that a person, this will help you guys as you become RVPs and you build your own organizations over time. A person cannot sell their own agenda. First of all, they're the type of the people that wouldn't do it anyway, but it's not going to be effective. They can't get on here and say, please help us go over $1 million so we can get this off of our consciousness, get this out of our brain, get this hanging over our heads, get this stress and strain over with. They're not going to say any of that. They're going to come on here and they're going to smile and they're going to laugh and joke like it ain't that big a deal. But I want to let y'all know, in that scenario, they're not telling you the truth, because they're humble and they care about you. They didn't even really listen. If it was up to them, we wouldn't even be having this call. They would just rather the $1 million just kind of happen as you guys are kind of growing your businesses along the way and helping your own families. I'm here to tell you that's not going to get it. There's 2 ways to become $1 million hierarchy. Now, in a second, I'm going to explain to you about what that means, because people confuse and they make it about $1 million earner and not $1 million hierarchy. I'm going to explain that to you in a second. But there's only 2 ways to go over $1 million. Number 1, you can grow your way there. Number 2, you can produce your way there. The vast majority of $1 million hierarchies are incapable of growing their way there in the time frame, in the window necessary. What's that mean? What it means is typically you're going to have 1,000 to maybe 1,200 codes within the hierarchy, and that's just a pretty solid, that's just a no-brainer. That becomes $1 million hierarchy. The last example that I used with people on that is Willie Naranjo. Willie, when he went over $1 million originally, was a solid 1,000 codes, probably 13 or 1,400 codes, and they just kind of went along the way and they go over $1 million. That is not this hierarchy's example. It wasn't my example, and it's not the example of about 90% of people that go over $1 million. So what does that leave for us? We must produce our way there. We've got to do more in a window of time than we would normally do, so that more income is generated and the job gets done, right? I do agree, codes and licenses and all that stuff. Yeah, thank you. I'm just out here talking words. But the end of the story is that window of time is right now. It's the next 6 weeks. And can it be done? Absolutely. If there's anything I know about premium. I know about premium. I think I'm going to buy another car and I'm going to get a license plate that says premium. Now, I know you guys are like, yeah, I'm going to put recruiting on mine. Well, I'm going to put code numbers on mine. I'm going to put premium. Because everything I have in my life is based on life insurance. We do some securities, Yvonne. Don't give me that look. We do some securities, but the mortgage ain't getting paid from no securities. These cars ain't getting paid for from security. When we're traveling all over the world, and securities didn't take us there. It's premium. And we're going to fall in love with premium, Ortiz Hierarchy, in these next 6 weeks. Y'all going to love some life insurance. Y'all kind of like it now. It's kind of cool and whatnot. Y'all going to be boys. You and life insurance. It's life insurance time. Because we got to do a bunch of it in the next 6 weeks. Now, the other thing I'm going to do before we get off, I'm going to give you 2 or 3 tips on how to get more premium. If you do them, you'll write more. It's that simple. Now, let me give you a piece of advice before I give you the tips. Why don't you keep doing it after the $1 million run is over? They will still be effective. Those exact same tips is going to work, right? This ain't hustle and flow. This is an actual game plan on how to write premium. The same 10,000, I believe 10,000 in premium, by the way, as I'm all over the place. I believe the 10,000 in premium personal is the new standard. 10,000 personal is the new 5,000. 20,000 is the new 10. Personal. Oh my God, how am I going to write 20,000 personal premium? At the computer, you can get licenses all over the country. It takes you 30 minutes to do an appointment. You don't have to drive anywhere. Y'all don't have no respect for the way that the Ortizes and I had to build a business driving up and down these roads. We used to have to show up at these people's houses. Right? They had no air conditioning. You sweating like a pig. You gotta act like it's not bothering you. The hairy dog is getting all over Yvonne's dress. That's what we had to do. Now here you are sitting at a computer where all you gotta do is dress from the waist up. And you out here still doing Art Williams numbers. Come on now, you talking about, listen, now, later on, when we come out of this run, later on for you wanting us to put your face on a t-shirt for writing 5,000 personal. Now, I know that's an aspect of the contest, but that ain't no premium. 5,000 sitting at your house at the computer. And a couple of these things I'm gonna educate you on to go get some premium. Come on now. Now let's talk about this $1 million hierarchy thing, because it's really confusing for people, because what people think is, okay, they get a number. Now here's the thing too, Ed, I was just talking to my guy, Art Martinez. You know, Art just went over, and I told Art, man, you were close. I have not looked at the numbers, Jason, but I got to look at these numbers and see who's the closest. I know y'all, it's either y'all or somebody else. You never know about these securities guys. But did y'all know what number is next? Did you know what number is next?
123.
123. Oh my God. Do you know where I'm from? Do you know where I'm from? I'm not from Houston. I live in Houston. Do you know where I'm from? Hell no, it said St. Louis. I am from Chicago. we have a special connection with that 23. Y'all could be the MJ number. Goodness gracious. Oh my God, I'd have killed for that number. Oh my God, love my 84. That's what God wanted. I would have loved 123. Goodness gracious, I can already see. Y'all got to sport the Jordan jerseys when you go over. Forget that jersey that the company gonna give you. Man, forget that one. 23. Oh man, look at God. Y'all ain't ready. Y'all could be 123. The GOAT. I don't care about you LeBron fans. We ain't talking about that dude. His team didn't even make the playoffs. Listen to me though. I want to throw that part out there, man. I don't know who's next. Y'all go look at the numbers. Let me know about that, Jason. Who's if there's any of these securities guys. I know from the builders, I think you guys are next. But I don't know, you know, one of them securities guys got 9, 10 or something right now. You never know. But either way, we just want to get over. But boy, wouldn't that be awesome if we get that 123. So let's talk about this $1 million hierarchy thing. And see, people are like, okay, so they are going to get a ruby ring. They are going to get a banner. They are going to get a show. And listen, how awesome too, right? Now they're doing MIT again, which means the $1 million earners are going to get to go start going back to the home office, and you're going to go to Buisan's house and all that stuff from y'all getting this done. It's going to be unbelievable for you, because I have no question this is going to get done. We're just having a conversation, right? But here's the thing. It ain't about all that. It is. What it's about is becoming a $1 million hierarchy. Now, I'm giving you statements of fact. I'm not telling you what somebody else told me. I'm telling you what I have experienced and what I have experienced through others. There is a difference between being a $600,000, $700,000, $800,000 earner and being a $1 million earner. And becoming a $1 million hierarchy. Let me give you some examples. See, the thing is that what's clear is in our company is there's a differentiation between the $1 million hierarchy and the regular hierarchy. Now you say, oh no, it's got to be the same. It is not. Like, here's an example. Let's say it's the Broadmoor, right? We're finishing up the Broadmoor competition, right? And all this kind of stuff. By the way, they'll have a big deal that'll happen at the Broadmoor as well. So it's kind of like the National Convention and the Broadmoor. It's like a double whammy. That's awesome, right? But here's the deal, right? So here's at the Broadmoor, let's say that one of the RVPs, you have a division leader who was right there for the contest, had a couple of codes that had a couple of pass notices that got in, but didn't get counted on time. A $1 million hierarchy can get them on the trip. That's a done deal, no questions asked. That's just a call like, hey, the call is different. Did y'all know that when you call the home office and the first thing they ask you for is your solution number, right? Correct? Yeah, some shaking of heads. Yeah, okay. First thing they ask you for is your solution number. Why is that? They want to know who they're talking to. The moment, I've never seen it. I've never seen it. I can only imagine that when Yvonne calls and it was a death claim and something was going on, it comes up and like a little flash of diamonds come across the screen, like the diamonds. This person makes a lot of money. But when it becomes a $1 million earner, it's like a Batman light goes through the room. $1 million earners on the phone. $1 million earners on the phone. Stop everything. And y'all think I'm joking. Y'all think I'm joking. So you can get on a trip, something like that, get one of your people. Let's give you another example. And I know this to be the case, Ed. This is my world today. let's say, Ed, you got somebody in your hierarchy, good person and whatnot, but they got into a little bit of a compliance situation, right? And Ed, they got them dead to rights, right? I've had my compliance knocks over the years, and they'll send you this packet, Ed. You've never experienced this, so I'm explaining it to you. And it'll be a packet, it'll be like this thick. They got, oh, I'm telling you, they like the FBI, Jason. Don't ever experience this. So they got you. They got everything right there. And here's how they call, Ed. When you were at $500,000, here's what they said. Ed, we got the file on XYZ agent. This is what we found, and this is what we're going to do. That's the conversation. Conversation over. The moment y'all become $1 million hierarchy, it's the exact same conversation, but it's going to go a little different. Ed, we've got the file on XYZ person. We got everything in there based on what they've done and whatnot. Ed, what would you like us to do? Who missed it? Y'all think I'm trying to pump you up. I'm telling you, this is how it works. What would you like us to do? You say, well, wait a minute. I mean, they've been around a long time. There's a lot of respect at the home office. I understand all that, but it changes once it becomes $1 million hierarchy. Well, they could call our $1 million uplines. Yes, they could. But let me abbreviate that whole $1 million earner thing. We ain't got no unlimited hold cards. We ain't like we just get that unlimited. We only have a few. Now, my question is, what's better? The man standing next to the man, or the man standing next to the man, that's standing next to the man, standing next to the man? See, that person ain't got no love for you. I'm just being real. They're not about to use one of their whole cards on you. They don't know you. They don't know your family. They don't know your kids, like the Ortizes say. And they say, well, listen, y'all can do anything y'all want to do to them, but you can't fire them. If you want to put them on probation, no problem. You want to, they can't win the next trip, but you cannot fire them. We're not having that. He can have that conversation because y'all went and did what? Well, that ain't gonna never happen to me. Listen, I hope not, but it might be one of your downlines. And you can't save them, but they can based on the work y'all do over the next 6 weeks. I could give y'all countless examples of the advantage that the $1 million hierarchy has versus the regular hierarchy. So let's just be real. You may not even be the biggest fan of the Ortiz family. If you're a fan of you and your own family, you probably want to put them in a better position to help you if you ever need it. That's a bottom line, I promise you. So before I give you a few little tips here on really how to get this done, right? Again, a contest was just called. Isn't that awesome? Anybody excited about that?
Let's go. Let's go.
Don't y'all do this every morning? It seems like y'all would be warmed up to having a call at this time in the morning. Y'all don't like Vegas? Vegas is no fun? No fun in Vegas?
Let's go, coach. Let's go, coach.
Oh, man, we excited, coach.
Okay, cool. They said they can't unmute. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, listen, but I don't want y'all to confuse this Vegas thing, right? Listen, if there was nothing on the line, this should be done because this family deserves it. I used to tell my hierarchy this. I would get frustrated, Ed. I'm not as nice a guy as you. And I would get frustrated and mad. I would just tell my hierarchy sometimes all I had to do was quit. All I had to do was quit. It'd have been simple. I wanted to quit 1,000 times. I'm not one of those Primericans that are like, oh yeah, man, I always do Primerica. Oh my God, I never thought about quit. Oh no, Primerica just a great. No, man. We had some drama. We had some heartache. We had some pain. All I had to do was quit. I just had to wake up one day and say, you know what? This is too much. And guess what? There wouldn't be no hierarchy. That's all I had to do. There'd be no Jeff Mallard. There'd be no Mika Saunders. There'd be no Cam Cooper. There'll be no all these Jeff Ricardo, all these people that we have that make over $500,000. We got 8 people in our hierarchy make $500,000. All I had to do was quit. All Ed and Yvonne had to do was quit. That's all they had to do. When the going was rough, making all kinds of money, successful in the military, just to come over here in Primerica and struggle for a while. Raising 2 children. All they had to do was quit, and you're not here. Oh, somebody would have eventually recruited me. You're insane. If you ended up here, it was by divine intervention. There's over 300 million people in the United States of America, and we ain't got but 130,000 licensed people. What makes you think that the opportunity would have somehow magically came to your doorstep? It came by divine intervention. Whatever opportunity you have here is because this family didn't quit. And you say, well, they're rich. They got a great life. What's it matter? And they're never gonna say, I'm telling you, they ain't never gonna say, they would barely even say it to Eric and Jason. They probably have never vocalized how much it means, how much it matters. They ain't gonna say it. They're not gonna say it. They humble people. They're not gonna talk about the conversations they've had late at night. Right? Why hasn't it happened? What we gotta make it happen? What do we gotta do? Well, none of that matters. We're here now. We're at the finish line. So the contest of Vegas, it ain't about you going to Vegas. It's about you did what was necessary to help. And now it's time to celebrate that the job got done. That's what the Vegas trip is about. But it shouldn't take no Vegas trip. It should just be, they deserve it. Let's get it done. So before I give you a couple of tips here, and don't undermine my tips. You know, we do about 800,000 in premium in our hierarchy. We still run a $50,000 base shop ourselves. We know how to write premium. So what I tell you to do, if you do it, you'll at least double. Now a couple of them gonna sound a little weird. It's gonna sound maybe a little different than your philosophy. Decide what you want, take what you need for the next 6 weeks. Go back to whatever you want to do. But if you want to write some premium, we got you. Now, it's crucial that we close out April strong and we finish in May. We got to finish in May, y'all. And here's what you got to do. If you're normally writing 5, we need you to write 10. Personal. There's no conversation about teams. Personal. If you write 10, we need you to do 20, and the job will get done. Then those of you feel like, well, man, I don't even know if I can write 10. You know, I ain't never done that. I don't know if I can write 5. I got you. We need your 2. We need something from everybody next 6 weeks. I don't care if it's 2,000. I'm promising you it adds up amongst the hierarchy this size. Your 2,000 matters. Now, you ain't going to Vegas now, but we got some good pictures and all that kind of stuff for you. But we're going to appreciate that 2,000. Now, you are not going to Vegas. Now, if I felt like I could find a way to do 2, I think I could find another 3. That's just me. But we need that too. So don't say, well, what I do really don't matter. No, it really matters. Super matters. All right, y'all ready for tips, or you want to skip that part?
Feed us, coach. Feed us, coach. Feed us.
All right. The first two are really simple, but you don't do it. They both involve prospecting. But something tells me you guys prospect for recruits. My organization doesn't prospect for recruits. And don't diss me on my hierarchy recruiting, because we get well over 800-900 a month. So I'm not trying to tell you we don't recruit, right? But we don't prospect for it. We prospect for life insurance. Oh my God. OMG face. You go in the street or on the computer and you talk about the product. Yeah, it's an easier conversation to have. They're more accepting of that conversation than the business opportunity conversation. I'm not telling you don't ever prospect for recruits, but that's like a 10% response rate. But the product is 50%. Now, for those of you that are not securities licensed, 50% is better than 10. If I got a prospect, I want a 50% success rate, not a 10% success rate. If I'm going to prospect in the street or the inbox, I'm going to ask people, who handles your life insurance? Again, OMG face. You were expecting more than that? As you're out at Walmart, you're at the post office, you're at the car wash, have some business cards. I'm going to give you the words to say. Ready? Excuse me, don't mean to bother you. Just wanted to give you my business card. I specialize in life insurance and investments. Who handles that for you outside of your job? We're done. You say that to people that look like they're over 25 years old, and you're going to write some premium. You did hear what I said, right? People that look like they're over 25 years old. Now, don't be out there at the Nickelodeon convention talking about life insurance. Some of y'all, rather young, and you prospect rather young. We try to go get some premium, and we're not looking for child riders. We're looking for primaries and spouses. So if you're going to prospect for life insurance, prospect look like somebody that the app is going to be more than $60. Do that 2 times a day. You're going to get one name and number a day for life insurance. Everybody got it? You do that 2 times a day. Now you out there talking to 10 people trying to get one name and number on the recruiting side. And if you like, you can get back to that after these 6 weeks. But for these 6 weeks, let's have some life insurance conversations. If you want to write life insurance, you got to have life insurance conversations. You ain't asked nobody. The scripture says you have not because you ask not. You need to write 10,000 personal, but you're talking to them, do they want to make some extra money? Hey, you need to go get you some direct so you can field train them. You're going to write some premium as well. But I'm trying to go a straight path to the policy. I'm not trying to go over the river and through the woods to grandmother's house we go. I want a policy. If you wanted to go write a policy, you can go prospect 4 or 5 people today and write some business tomorrow. It's that simple. Y'all know that. You know that. You just ain't been saying nothing to the people. And you ain't saying it to the right people. It works on social media as well. If in social media, now listen now, I'm not telling you, man, this is a whole nother subject, so I ain't gonna take this real deep. Look, man, I ain't talking about on social media inboxing a bunch of random ass strangers. Now that don't work. Now I know you see a lot of your Primerica, teammates that are doing that in other organizations. They're ruining our opportunities name. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about all the people you got on social media. You ain't never talked to them about their life insurance situation. They don't even know that you're life insurance licensed. So why don't you tell them that? But I'm gonna add something to it that works. First, you have to understand that most people are naturally helpful. Most people. And what you don't understand is most people will get behind helping you if you ask. And the thing you're going to ask them for is you need help. You need some people because you are going for a promotion. Now, listen, I'm sorry, they're doing my yard. Can you still hear me? Okay, so listen, you tell them they're going for a promotion. See, you've been in Primerica for a while, and promotions don't mean the same to you as people with a job. See, people with a job, a promotion is a big deal because most people don't ever get none. So when they hear that you're going for a promotion essentially on your job, and you say, oh no, I got a business. No, not in this scenario, you got a job. Because they understand going for a promotion on the job, what can I do to help? I'm just telling you. I don't know if you know, but I'm licensed in life insurance. I'd love to at least run a quote for you, or maybe you might know somebody that needs a policy. What's better for you? Later on today, or is tomorrow better? By the way, Primerica 101, there are only two options on setting appointments. Later on today, or is tomorrow better? Don't do the when can we get together? I'm available between now and when Christ comes back. Let's not do that one. We need it today or tomorrow. Tell them I'm licensed in life. I don't know if you knew, but I'm licensed in life insurance. Or if you know, you've talked to them about it before, I know you already know I'm licensed in life insurance, but I'm going for a promotion right now. Can you help me out? I'd love to run a quote for you and your family, or maybe you know somebody. So those are two prospecting avenues. You can do it face-to-face. You can do it on social media. If you do it on social media, let's do the people you know, the people you've already talked to. And here's your last one. You got to get your clients to help you. Now, I don't know how you feel about this one, but we've been doing it for years. You need to give them a referral fee. You guys are out here trying to get people to give you referrals out of the kindness of their heart. How's that working out for you? Now, you can't give them more than $50. That's a securities rule. That's a securities rule. But you can give them $50. You can cash out your client $50. Right? For them giving you a referral, but never sell them on giving you one. $50 is not motivational enough. You say, I know, Jason, you know at least 3 or 4 people that need life insurance right now. Man, I got $200, $300 that's just burning up my pocket. I'm trying to give it to you and you don't want it. If you were already writing 5,000, I just took you to 10. If you were already writing 10,000, I just took you to 20. If the organization's already doing 300,000, we just took you to 600,000 in premium. The job is done. All you got to do is what I just told you to do. Like, we ain't got to go all this, oh, we love Anthony Vaughn and all that. You do understand they're going to pay you for all this business you're about to write. I don't want y'all to think all this is charity. This ain't the United Way. This ain't Red Cross. Like when you go submit $10,000 in premium, URVP is going to make $10,000. You regional leaders gonna make $6,000. You division's gonna make $5,000, and then you can save some of it so you can go spend it in Vegas. This is what we on. This is done. This is over with. The question is who's gonna lead the charge? Who's gonna be the top leaders? Who's gonna be, you know who I get excited about, Yvonne, when I see this happening for hierarchies? I love it when I see the unsung heroes, the ones that's been in the organization for 10 years. Somebody been in y'all base shop, man, for 15 years. Man knew y'all back when Ed had hair. Do you know what I'm saying? They've been around forever, and they gonna go write 5,000, and they gonna be in Vegas getting drunk. Gonna be the drunkest one, been in the business for 15, 16 years. Them the ones I get excited about that have been waiting. I know they gonna need me. I know they gonna call my number. That's what we're doing right now. We're calling your number. We're calling your number. That's what I'm saying, Lewis. That's what I'm talking about. Well, listen, who else gonna do 20? I understand all that 5,000 and all this old jazz, right? Who gonna write 20? Do y'all know? And I ain't trying to challenge y'all. Man. I did a talk like this with Chris H., one of my best friends in the business. We kind of came up in this deal. We were kind of black sheets of the company together and all this kind of jazz. And I told his organization to do it in 90 days, and they did it in 30 days. They did it in 30 days. Gave them the same tips I gave you. But they went and they got off a call like this, and they started inboxing immediately. They wrote down a list of people they need to hit in the inbox. They did that immediately. Let's go take a major chunk, because we got to finish 9. We got to finish 9. 9 is sitting right there. But that's more than attainable. We got to finish 9. That's what this month is for. The rest of this month is to finish 9. So we need base shops to explode in these next couple of weeks. And it's a little bit more than that. It's like 3 weeks, because we got, right? We just got to click over before the month closes out. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for the ones that are saying, yup, count on me. Count on me. I'm going to be the one. I believe that Jason, before y'all get off, right? This is what I believe needs to happen. I need a cumulative premium for the next 6 weeks from every district and above, and put that in you guys' hierarchy Telegram or GroupMe or whatever you guys use. Don't put it on here, guys. Put it on there so they can record it and know what can be expected. So I'm talking what now? I'm not talking about what you've already written this month. Forget about that. That's already done. So what you're going to write the rest of this month, and what you're going to write in May, what you're committing to right now, keeping in mind, now don't forget now, Vegas is this month. So don't get all excited about May, and Vegas is this month. You better come on with it. Right? You better get your 5,000 this month, right? Or your 10,000 this month. That's exciting too. I tried to talk them out of that. They said, man, they're going to take y'all to Vegas, and you can take a partner for a 10,000 personal. Oh no, I tried to talk them out of it. But it ended up over there in Ed's lap. It's not Yvonne. It's never Yvonne. Never. It ended up over there with Ed. And Ed was like, no, let's let the partners come too. And I want them to celebrate the victory with us. I'm like, for 10,000? Jason's telling me about it. I said, for 10,000, they can take somebody else? I was like, do y'all understand how much this is going to cost? And said, I don't care, man. I want the hierarchy to celebrate the victory, man. I love them so much. I was like, I love mine too, man. That's a lot of daggone money. But it's done now. He done already told y'all we can't go back on it now. So boy, would I take advantage of that. A free trip for me and my significant other, me and my mama, me and my oldest child. I mean, my God, would I take advantage? 10,000? And I told you how to do it. You do a little bit of prospect, a little inboxing. Now, oh, by the way, on that thing about the referrals with your clients, the $50, and listen, you keep it real compliant if you do a gift card. Super compliant if you do a gift card, right? So you just get a, just regular old, Visa gift card, and you super compliant, right? But look, I would list today about 25 or 30 of my clients that I have done business with over whatever period of time it took you to get 25 or 30 clients. I'd call every single one of them and offer them that. Now, here's the key though. Try to get at least one name while we're on the phone now. Not I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today. No, I need that name right now. How many brothers and sisters you got? Well, do all of them have over $500,000 of insurance? Why you say $500,000? Because I know damn well they ain't got no $500,000. So they got to say, no, I don't think any of them do. All right, so what's your first brother's name? What's your oldest brother's name? Okay, what's your oldest sister's name? You see, I get a list of them together. You can write that 10,000 this month. You right now sitting with no premium on the board. You ain't got none. You've turned in nothing. You can finish this month with what I gave you with 10,000. Hey, by the way, too, hey, listen. I know y'all are well-intended. We don't need no bad business now. We don't need no fake business. See, that'll hurt us on the back end. But they'd be ready to go over $1 million and then have the big chargeback tonight from the bullshit you wrote. We can't do that now. We don't need that. We need real business now. We don't need NAB policy that you just kind of made happen. No. We need them to want this. We need the money to go through. Don't get it twisted now. We need all the money we make. We got to keep all this money. We ain't got but 6 weeks. We ain't got no time for 2 or 3 days of chargebacks. That'll kill the whole game. So before y'all get excited, I ain't got no business, but I'm gonna go ahead and get my cousin that's locked up and go ahead and write him up for $1 million. No, we don't need that. Stop that. We can't do that. No, we don't. No. I don't want y'all to miss. I don't want y'all to miss it. I just love the Ortizes so much, man. I'm gonna figure it out. No, we don't need you to figure it out. No. We need real clients with real checking accounts where the money go through and they want to keep the business. Don't get it twisted, right? So, man, I am done. I am excited. I can feel the energy. I know you guys are on, only the RVPs can unmute and all this kind of jazz, but I can tell, man, you guys are excited. I can tell that the energy is behind this. And I just remind you again, it's only 6 weeks, man. This ain't gonna be and hey, I feel like in the spirit, I believe we can get this done in 3 or 4 weeks. I believe we can go and get this on done before the month of May is even over. Let's just get that on done. And I want to remind y'all might want to take this one personally now. I'm telling y'all, go get that 23. Ed is excited. He didn't know that. He didn't know the Michael Jordan one was out there. It's out there sitting. It's sitting. Oh my God, I can already see y'all. I can see y'all on the broadcast because the home office opened back up. If you didn't, Yvonne, home office opened back up. So they're gonna be having the $1 million earners come back to the home office. Right? I can already see y'all. Man, if y'all don't wear them Jordan jerseys, I don't know what to do. If y'all don't wear Jordan jerseys, I don't know what, I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it. You can find a hat to go with it, Ed. Man, I'm telling y'all, that would be so awesome, right? Hey, God might have something else in store. Maybe 24 is your number. But boy, if 23 is out there, that sure is a better story. I had the longest conversation back and forth with Art Martinez. Art was like, man, I had no clue 23 was out there, Joe. And we going back and forth. I went and Googled, Jason. I said, man, there's some studs out there that wore 22. There's some studs. And I went to Googling. I said, hey, bro, Emmitt Smith was all I could find. And I sure do hate the Cowboy. And he said, man, I hate him too. I said, man, well, you're going to have to make your number famous then. But y'all ain't going to have to make y'all number famous. Go get that 23. Just for fun, knock that daggum deal down. Man, proud of you guys, man. Listen, anything you need from me along the way, definitely let me know. We're going to be there. But I don't think y'all need any more help. I think the team is ready. I know the RVPs are ready, and it's going to be exciting to see.
Coach, that was unbelievable. That was an absolute.
Let's go, Coach!
Everybody's trying to unmute. We got them all muted, locked down, man. But you can see the faces on this call, man, just super jacked up, ready to go. Here we go. Here we go. Unmute. Right, ready to go. But hey, one quick question for you was on that referral fee. Just clarity for the entire team on that referral. When do you give out that referral fee?
When the first payment goes through.
Got it. So you get a name, you do the policy, first payment comes through, you cash app or gift card, send them the referral fee.
Now, let me tell you why that is crucial. First of all, the client doesn't think you're gonna pay them. They don't. They think you're saying that. The quicker they get that money, all of a sudden they thought of somebody else.
Yeah.
I promise you that. So we try to get that, you'll know, that's not, a day or two, right? Get that right back to them. And when you give it to them, ask for some more. Hey, have you thought of anybody else? You see, I'm promising you, they gonna think, some of y'all know Cam Cooper was one of my $500,000 income earners. He writes 35, 40,000 personal every month. And more than 50% of that, we call that linking. We call that process linking. 50% of that is linking. Just going from one client to the next, one client to the next, one client to the next. They, especially when you come up with that money, they be excited. Oh, okay, yeah, I thought about somebody. And here's another thing too, about every fourth or fifth person you do like that, they become the referrer to you. They got multiple people for you. Well, why you didn't recruit them and get them licensed? Because they don't want to do the business. They don't want to get licensed. They want to send you people and get a little taste of money.
Yep.
What's wrong with that? See, some of y'all are turning off great referrers because you keep trying to recruit them. No means no, at least for now. But they know some people that want a policy, and they'll send you those people.
Love it. Love it, Coach. Love it. Absolutely love it, man. Thank you for those tips. Listen, I hope all y'all was taking some notes. We need everybody to go from 5 to 10, from 10 to 20, from 20 to 40, so on and so forth, man. And let's go and knock this thing out and let's celebrate like crazy out in Vegas. Once again, Coach, thank you so much for your wisdom, for your guidance. And man, we're going to get this thing knocked out. And we're going to close out with this special video, just so y'all know that we run in this thing and what it takes to get to that Vegas trip. So with that being said, go ahead, Brendan, knock it out.
Moment too big.
Oh shoot, yeah, moment's too big.
Moment's too big. Moment's too big. Come on, man.
Hold on, I got it.
He's panicking. Let's get it. Let's get it. I'm telling you, I'm about to go and link up all sorts of people today. We're going to write some crazy premium. But man, once again, thank you so much. And y'all know how we end this thing off. Y'all know who we are. We are.
Good, that was awesome. $10 million.
I know these people say.